Hey, what's up everyone? Jerry from StogieReview.com back again with another video cigar review. And this week I'm bringing a review of the My Father Le Bijou 1922. There you go. This is the Petite Robusto size. Comes in at 4.5 inches long with a 50 ring gauge. Features a Nicaraguan Habano Oscura wrapper, Nicaraguan binder, Nicaraguan filler. Pricing on these guys, pricing on a single, running about $7 for the single, and they come in boxes of 20. They're beautiful boxes, by the way, beautiful boxes of 23 for about $135 over at our sponsor, Bonita Smoke Shop's website. It seems to be the best price I could find on them, you know, even considering famous and Atlantic. Bonita Smoke Shop seems to have the best pricing on them that I can find. Maybe your mileage will vary. These got released last year, 2009 IPCPR in New Orleans. I had a sample of it there, and you know, I didn't really think too much of it. But you know, the thing about getting smoking cigars from the show is there's too many variables in place about the care, whether the cigar is rushed for the show or how the cigar was stored. There's just too many variables to get an accurate picture of a cigar. I picked up a box of these and have been resting them for about a month or so, and I've been enjoying them occasionally here and there. If you follow me on Twitter, you know I've been smoking quite a few of these lately here. If you're wondering what the difference is between the Le Bijou and the regular My Father line, well, the regular My Father line was created by Jaime Garcia to honor his father, Don Pepin. In turn, Don Pepin created the Le Bijou 1922 to honor his father, that was born in 1922. As far as construction difference, the wrapper on this guy is a little different. It's like I said, it's a Nicaraguan Habano Oscura wrapper, but it's actually from a tobacco leaf called, I think it's called, hopefully I'm pronouncing this correct, Palo de Oro tobacco leaf. Apparently it's the father, kind of like it's kind of like a Corojo wrapper, but most people don't grow it because I guess it's very susceptible to diseases and things like that. But Don Pepin, felt it was worth taking the risk and working with it, and so that seems to be the difference in the My Father regular line and the My Father Le Bijou. Is the wrapper is a very hard to come by and hard to grow wrapper. All right, just filled up here My Father Le Bijou 1922 Petite Robusto, and I mean it's a firecracker from the start. It's not one of those cigars that really take a while to get going or warm up or anything like that. You really greet it like in true Don Pepin fashion with a little bit of with a blast of spiciness there. Nothing too overwhelming, just a little bit to wet the whistle, wet the palate, get the mouth salivating and things like that. A little bit of a butteriness here too to go along to kind of mellow out that pepperiness here. But so far pepperiness, a little bit of butteriness seems to be the dominant flavors. Like I said, once you first light up, I'm not anywhere close to having been able to measure how far I am into it. Just a few puffs in, but you definitely get that upfront pepin pepper flavor, spicy flavor here. A little bit of a butteriness to, like I said, to offset, prevent that pepperiness from being overwhelming. All in all, so far off to a good start. It's burning well, drawing well, no kind of not having to wait for it to open up, the draw to open up or anything. So far on all fronts, things are going rather well. All right, a little way further into my Le Bijou 1922 by My Father, and things are going really well. A minor burn problem here, uneven burnness here, but nothing you got to worry about touching up. I'm really confident that it will correct itself over time, so I'm not too worried about that. The draw, effortless draw, really spot on with the draw. And on the flavor profile side, it's still a predominantly creamy, woodsy flavor here. A little bit of pepperiness here, and a subtle hint, and this is what really makes it stand out to me, a really subtle hint of a dark chocolatey flavor. And while it's a really subtle flavor, it really adds a whole new, really changes the whole flavor profile. It really makes the profile very unique and very yummy for me. I love that dark chocolatey flavor here, and you intertwine that, you balance that with kind of a creamy peppery flavor. Man, it's amazing. It's an amazing flavor profile. Not something you find too often in a lot of cigars out there. But so everything's going quite well. Burn, draw. Well, the burn will correct itself. The draw is perfect. And the flavor profile, I'm really digging that. Subtle dark chocolate flavor is really hitting the spot for me. All right, about the halfway point here on my Petite Robusto Le Bijou 1922 here. The first of the two ornate bands is off, and it came off very easily. I know nothing upsets a lot of us more than a stubborn or an overglued cigar band that, you know, it's impossible to take off, and by the time you do, it takes a bit of the wrapper with you here. But no, it's not so much here with the Le Bijou. It came off pretty effortlessly here. But things are going well. Still, that burn problem that I talked about in a few segments ago has corrected itself. Draw is still outstanding. Flavor profile, the real big change on the flavor profile is that pepperiness flavor has really subsided, has really gone away. It's almost non-existent. You know, the creamy, woodsy, oaky flavor remains as the predominant flavor, with a subtle dark chocolatey flavor still going around on your palate here, which is a really, like I say, I mean, that's what makes a cigar for me. What makes a cigar a winner for me is that dark chocolate. It's so subtle, but yet its impact is pretty huge here on the flavor profile side. So all in all, I mean, things are going great. If you're wondering, I've smoked the My Father cigar, which is the original My Father cigar, and that's a great cigar as well. I was kind of surprised that it made Cigar Aficionado's top 10 list. I mean, it's well deserved. It's a great cigar, but I thought, if I was on the panel, if it was my, you know, and I had to pick a cigar for that spot, a My Father cigar for that spot, it would definitely have been the 1922 Le Bijou over the regular line. I just think this offers it's a little more complex, a little more subtle flavors, a little more challenging to the palate than the regular My Father line, but the My Father line is still pretty decent in my opinion. It's kind of similar to how out of all the cigars Pete Johnson makes, the Ambos Mundos is the one that makes it on Cigar Aficionado's top list. But who knows? Maybe the Le Bijou's complexity doesn't. Maybe people don't like that much complexity in the cigars, or having to a cigar challenge their palate. And you know, who knows? Who knows what the Cigar Aficionado's panel thought? You know, that's just my guess here. But I definitely dig the 1922 Le Bijou more than the My Father, the regular My Father line. All right, the second and the last of the two bands of my Le Bijou 1922 are off, so I'm coming to the end here. And you know, I think it's a winner of a cigar. I really dig this cigar. I really dig it. I really dig it. You know, like I said in the beginning, you guys on Twitter know I've been smoking a lot of these lately and posting about it. It's just a great cigar. You know, I think it's a nice affordable price point. If you buy it by the box, it comes out to be under $6 a cigar, which puts it in that almost everyday cigar category there. Yeah, but even at $7, if you buy it by the single, you know, at least you're good for it, you know, once or twice a week at least. It's at least a weekly cigar, in my opinion, in my rotation at least. Flavor profile wise, you know, that subtle dark chocolatey flavor really does it for me here. You know, especially in this format, in this size, in the Petite Robusto size. You know, I've tried it in the Churchill and I've tried it in the Toro size, and those to-go sizes are fine. It's just I think some of the complexity, some of the subtleness gets lost in those bigger formats cigars. Whereas here in the Petite Robusto size, the smaller format, it's a lot easier to identify, a little easier to pick up, and I think your palate appreciates it a little more than in the bigger format size. So all in all, it's a winner of a cigar to me. I love that dark chocolatey flavor. Even though it's not the predominantly flavored, subtle throughout the cigar, it really adds to that predominantly creamy, woodsy flavor here. As far as body is concerned, it's not quite full body, but yet it's more than a medium body cigar. It's in that kind of like that DMZ area of, you know, in between medium, in between full. It's kind of right there in the middle, and I think it's a winner in my book. If you're a medium body smoker, I think you'll enjoy it. It's a little more body than you're used to, but I think you'll appreciate it. I think the subtleties of the flavors will definitely make it worth your while. And if you like the full body stuff, you'll definitely still find the flavors in this very pleasant and very appealing, and with just enough power to meet your standards. So all in all, I gotta say, the My Father Le Bijou 1922 in the Petite Robusto size is a winner. I give it my 2 thumbs up, baby, and even give it my Great Torpedo Golden Seal of approval. So with that's it, and until next time, long fucking ashes.